welcome back to my channel. Happy Sunday. I hope y'all had a great time at church. I think I should be saying I hope y'all went to church, but let's just hope you did. I had an awesome time in church. So yes, it's another Sunday. I know I said I said I could have a surprise for you guys this week. So this is me telling you that the surprise is still cooking. It's on low heat, but it's definitely coming sooner than you think. So today's video, I'm answering a few questions I've gotten from my previous videos, and I'm pretty excited about that. So let's get into the video. So my first question is, what has been my experience with YouTube so far? It's been, I know I just started, but I've had like 3 or 4 moments when I wanted to quit because of my schedule. I didn't think that it would require a lot of time, and that's because I just feel like it's just talking and whatever, you know. But it's required more planning, and I won't lie, sometimes I've been discouraged because it's just not working with my schedule. Because, you know, I told you I shoot with Zoe, so we need to find a time that works for both of us, and it's been difficult, so I had to create time. What has kept me on, though, is whether it's 1 or 2 people that tell me how a video I did was a solution to them or it helped them. And that was my reason for starting. So your motive for starting something is so important. I'm not trying to say things won't try to shake your motive, but my motive was to, you know, share Christ, share my experiences, help somebody. So whether it's 1 or 2 people, and I have to keep telling myself that was my reason. So it's been more difficult than I thought, but I've had people that have just helped me. Shout out to my mom. Shout out to Ade in Kiev. Shout out to Deborah in my center. These are people who I think when I said I couldn't do a video, they're like, no, you have to do it. So it requires planning, it's hard work, and you have to put it, it's a form of ministry, if I can say. So it requires sacrifice. You don't just come and do it when it's, what's the word? Convenient. So it has had to be something out of convenience and not convenience, but a great experience, because I've learned not to quit. I used to be a quitter in the past, so this has been one thing that has made me not quit. Great experience. So another question. Oh my God. Hold on, people. A little patience goes a long way. Okay, so this question is coming from appearance versus becoming. How do you build your social media brand, or maybe just your social media, without the pressure of appearing perfect? You know, I think again, a lot of things just go back to motive. I know when we're young, it's really important how people perceive us. Like, I won't tell you, I didn't have a phase where how people perceive me was more important than how I perceive myself or who I really am. I did have that phase, but I grew out of it. I reached a point where I realized, you know, it's really pointless if 4 people out there thinking I'm so hardworking when in actual life I'm lazy. Like, I'm not living for them. At the end of the day, life is, I don't want to say it's for you, but because that sounds a bit selfish, doesn't it? But life is not about appearing, like I said in that video. It's about becoming. So when you're building a brand or your social media following, whether I'm talking from social status, your WhatsApp status, your Instagram, be more concerned like about how you perceive yourself. I would rather people actually think I'm lazy and in real life I'm actually hardworking. Do you know, like, that's just so bomb. Like, people think, oh, you're not so serious, but you know you are. That's what's more important than putting out this facade that, oh, you know, I'm so diligent, I read books. Focus on actually becoming. So I don't want to say don't care what people think of you. Reach a point where what's really important in your life is who you really are. It's not people. Like, even your walk with God, if you're doing something to impress people, on that final day, your pastor won't be there, your church mates won't be there. It's going to be you. So Jesus is not going to judge you for who you appear to be. It's for who you really are. So you just need to get a point where people's reputation or people's thought or perception of you, especially when it's not real, is just not important. Stop living for the crowd. This is different from saying stop living for purpose. Like Jesus, I can say Jesus came to die for people, but his actions were authentic. Stop living for what people will say about you. Like, make actual impact. So for me, I've had to live, I've been tested by my own video, because I know I've talked about being in fitness, but there's certain times I slack. And when I rise back to exercise, there's a huge part of me that wants to put it on Instagram. I'm like, no, Ruth. I mean, I haven't worked out for the past 3 months. The very first time I go, I want everyone to know I went out. I tell myself, I'm like, no, girl, not necessary. Make it a lifestyle. Because when you make it a lifestyle and you're putting it on Instagram, it's meant to help people. It's inspiring. You're not trying to look like somebody. It's who you actually are. So how do you build it? Just be authentic. Put things that are really you. Because I do believe you can help people at any level of your life. Any level. Somebody is, I don't know if this is the right word, lower than you. Like, somebody is behind you in a certain aspect. So if you just have caught a few things in a little area, sure, share that. But don't feel the pressure because another person is putting all this out there, so I just want to look a certain way. It's really not important. It's really not important. So I don't know if it comes with age where you just stop caring about certain things, but just sit down and realize that who you really are is the really most important thing. How do you perceive yourself? That's really what's important. So I hope I've answered that. Be authentic on social media. That's what I'm saying. I feel that it's sad that when people even say, oh, it's just social media. Social media shouldn't be a fake place. Like, I know it's a fake place for most people. Decide that it won't be a fake place for you. Be authentic. It's either you're posting authentic things or you're not posting at all. How about that, right? So I think that's good. Then the third question was the video I did on wholeness. The person, I touched it a little bit, but the person asked, what did you mean by marriage doesn't cure lust? Because I think I just touched it a little. Okay, so when you're struggling with lust, okay, in its different forms. I'm talking about sexual lust. Whether it's pornography, masturbation, fornication, or whatever. The idea that you get is when I marry, now I can have legal sex, or I can have, everything can be legal because I'm married. So it means whatever I've been dealing with outside is over, right? Logically, it actually makes sense. If an unbeliever looks at it like, yeah, now, you know, you have a wife or a husband, so anytime, they'll think like that. But when it comes to things like lust and all, they're actually spiritual. These are spiritual issues. I know they're acted out in the physical, but they're spiritual. So fornication is not just a matter of someone deciding, oh, I'm just done. It's a spiritual thing, so it's an attack of the enemy. So what I was trying to say there was, when you now get married, it's the same devil. He just wants to know, how do I translate this sexual issue this person has had outside marriage in marriage? So in marriage, it means now, the person, for example, you were in a relationship and you decided outside marriage to have sex, yeah? Now you are married. You think that, oh, my eyes are just going to be for you. Oh, no, honey. Now the enemy is going to open your eyes to other people. This person that you fought oceans to keep living in sin with, all of a sudden, I don't know, but it's just the enemy. So now it's other women. So the fornication translates to adultery. Do you get it? Like, that's what I was trying to say. Oh, you're married, but you're still sneaking. I think I love John Bevere because I really love transparent people. I think I'm quite transparent. So he talked about how he was married. He was a Christian, but still dealing with pornography. Did he not have a wife? Yes, he did. So you see that marriage doesn't cure lust. Many people, I think other people have given these testimonies publicly, like maybe pastors or Christians, how getting married didn't solve that issue because these issues are spiritual and the enemy just brings the attack in a different form. So your solution really is just to sit down with the word, ask the Holy Spirit to help you. When I said purity in marriage, sex is pure. In marriage, it's pure. It's not a dirty thing. And I bless God for my mom because she taught me that. I think I told you guys about those 2 weeks. She taught me sex is pure, it's beautiful, it is for marriage. It's for the institution of marriage. There it's pure. So married people, that is purity. When they look outside to another woman, it becomes impurity. Do you understand? So let's, as young people, just wait. there's an example my spiritual mom usually gave us. She said, if you're hungry, yeah, so hungry, and you're walking and you see, let me say, McDonald's burger in a trash can, like in a garbage, will you eat it? No. Why? It's dirty. It's in garbage, right? But when you see the McDonald's in McDonald's, so what I'm trying to say with that is, no matter how hungry you are, you can't eat trash, even if it's food. So I want you to look at sexual things outside marriage, outside the institution where God put them, as trash. Honestly, because that's what it is. Outside where God put it, trash. So no matter how hungry you are, you cannot eat trash. So you will not give yourself into sexual temptations outside marriage. Wait for the time will come. After that, ain't nobody putting any bans on you. And this is coming from an unmarried person who is also practicing abstinence. I'm not telling you something I'm not practicing. So don't allow the enemy make you feel like, oh, sexual craving, you're gonna die if you don't do that. You're not gonna die. Just give it a few minutes and it is gone. Okay, so I hope I answered that question also. The last question: how do you get into fitness without idolizing your body? This is a very good question. The first thing is to keep why you started fitness, the motive, keep it in check. And I explained that for Christians, fitness should be because our bodies are temples of the Holy Spirit. Is that how I always started fitness? No. Sometimes I went on diets because someone called me fat and I got offended. Sometimes I went on fitness because I saw people on Pinterest, on YouTube, and they look whatever. For me, all those are very superficial reasons to start fitness. They are very superficial. Someone called you fat somewhere. Someone said you put on weight. Sweetheart, you've been looking in the mirror. Can't you see that you put on weight? Why should somebody telling it to you offend you? Or you want people to check you out. You want to put posts on Instagram showing off your curves. For me, oh my God. Sorry, guys. For me, those are like really superficial reasons. But if Christ is at the core of why you got into fitness, I feel the Holy Spirit will keep you in check. I'm not trying to tell you the idea or the temptation to idolize your body won't come. It will. Like each time your body starts getting better, you feel like now wearing tighter clothes, you just want to show off that your tummy is now flat, you want to show off that temptation will come. But it is a temptation. Stay in check. Tell the Holy Spirit to keep you level-headed. Because you go on Instagram, everyone is like, losing weight or getting in shape is equivalent to showing off your body in the world. But in the kingdom, it shouldn't be so. Your body is a temple of the Holy Spirit. And if that's the foundation, you realize even in your dress, and your body is a temple of the Holy Spirit. So you're not out there trying to show it off or idolize it. How else can you idolize? You wake up in the morning, between prayer and exercise, you pick exercise. More like my body. That's wrong. Now it's an idol and it's a problem. You see? To just keep the Holy Spirit at the center of it. You will get tempted to try show off, to try do this. But we get tempted in other areas also. So even in fitness, you will get tempted. But you have to fight it. Keep the Holy Spirit at the core of what you're doing. And one last thing I didn't mention. There's certain people, because maybe they're very slim, they won't get into fitness. I think someone told me about how someone had so much maybe in their blood vessels, they had so much fat and they were thin on the outside. So when I talk about fitness, it's not about how you look at all. Definitely fitness will affect how you look, but it doesn't mean people who say I'm slim, so you'll just be eating all the chocolates in the world. No, that's still being careless. So you'd have to work on your wellness. I think I don't even know how many minutes this is. I hope it's still short. But yeah, those are just a few questions I wanted to answer today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you're watching us for the first time, do subscribe. And to returning subscribers, God bless you. I love the questions and the feedback. That's why I'm doing this. If it's just 1 or 2 people, honestly, I'm fulfilled. Honestly, so thank you so much for your feedback and everything you guys do. So until next week, Sunday, guys, do have an awesome week and God bless you.